Top 20 Zoom interview questions and answers. As many companies go remote, Zoom interviews enable them to interview candidates despite their locations. In this article, we share 20 common interview questions that you are likely to be asked on your Zoom interview and how to effectively answer them. 1. Kindly give us a brief introduction about who you are. This is a general question asked by employers to find out about your interest and personality. The best way for responding to this question is to share your strongest personality and connect to the job at hand. Sample answer: I am a dedicated and honest individual who can work effectively in a team or as an individual yet produce good results. I have been in the management industry for 3 years. Recently, I have been working as a senior project manager for a health company where I have been managing accounts as well as overseeing other project managers. I am passionate about expanding my experience across a variety of industries such as the tech industry like this one. I believe that with my skills and experience, I can offer the best to your company, too. How did you hear about us? The hiring manager asks this question to find out whether you researched about the company before attending the interview. As you respond to the question, demonstrate that you made an effort to know about the company by sharing a few details about the company. Sample answer: my former colleague at work recommended this company to me. I visited your website and what I saw impressed me a lot. I love what you are doing and would like to be part of this mission. 3. Why do you want to work with us? The response you provide for this question enables your interviewer to know whether you are passionate about their roles and if you can invest in working for the company. The best strategy for responding to this question is to share a few reasons why the company would be the best match for you. Sample answer: while reviewing about your company, I noted that you are working with pretty great clients. Another thing I noticed is that you have been producing exciting commercials with plenty of humor and interesting storylines. Having studied film as well as having a strong background in comedy writing, I believe that this role matches well with my skill set. 4. How would you describe yourself? Here, the employer wants to understand how your qualities and characteristics relate to the skills required to succeed in this role. While answering this question, share measurable results to showcase how you use your attributes to drive success. Sample answer: I am a creative thinker. I believe in exploring alternative solutions to problems. In addition, I am open-minded concerning what solution works best. Due to my creativity, I have become an effective team leader, for I anticipate problems and develop innovative solutions to them. I'm also a self-driven and ambitious person. I thrive well on challenges and I set goals for myself to enable me to have something to strive toward. However, I always look for an opportunity to better myself to achieve greatness. In my previous role, my contribution to the company was recognized, leading to promotion twice in less than 2 years. 5. Tell me about any challenge you have faced in your previous role and how you handled it. The interviewer asks this question to evaluate your problem-solving skills. As you respond to this question, demonstrate the ability to solve challenges maturely. Sample answer: there is a time we were facing tough deadlines and my supervisor was absent for work that day. One of our major clients was expecting us to deliver his project by 4 p.m. Being a result-oriented person, I delegated responsibilities to other members according to their abilities. Fortunately, we were able to complete the project in time and the client was happy with the results. This led to me getting promoted to lead more projects. 6. What motivates you in your work? The employer may ask this question to understand your interests and values. The best strategy of answering this question is by sharing what you professionally value in your work as you connect to the job at hand. Sample answer: knowing that I have made a difference in my clients' lives through the assistance that I offer them is enough motivation in itself. Putting a smile on the faces of my patients as well as witnessing them improve makes me look forward to working each day. I am passionate about nursing since I feel that it is what I was created to do. 7. Describe your ideal work environment. This is a common question asked to determine whether your ideal work environment matches what the employer can offer. Having in mind the culture of the company including the kind of space its employees work in, explain your ideal environment and align it like what the company offers to its employees. Sample answer: I love the flexibility of working remotely while also having the chance to work with my coworkers in proximity. I realize that you give your employees the option to work from home twice a week. This is one thing that attracted me to this job. As someone who can be both an introvert and an extrovert, this kind of work environment would be the perfect balance for me. 8. Explain to us how you define success. The employer asks this question to evaluate whether your definition of success matches with their own. The best strategy of responding to this question is to demonstrate that you are always on the lookout for an opportunity to reach your full potential. Sample answer: in my opinion, success is reaching your goals. I measure success by evaluating whether I have been able to accomplish my goals within my set time frame. For instance, last year I had a goal to double the company's sales within 6 months. I worked hard to market the company's products and services on different social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. This raised awareness regarding our company. To my surprise, the sales doubled in our 4 months of promoting and marketing the product. To me, this was a big win and a success as well. 9. Share with us your greatest accomplishment. This is a common question asked by employers to evaluate how successful a candidate has been in his or her career. To answer this question, share a specific professional achievement to indicate that you are a goal-oriented person. Sample answer: last year, I won the Employee of the Year award in my current workplace. I was recognized for my outstanding service to students. Dealing with students at times calls for a higher level of compassion. When they bruise their knee, students take that more seriously than adults. Treating them requires not only professional knowledge but also care and being sensitivity. This is because minor issues that may not even require medication may disturb them a lot and even affect their academic performance. I have proven to be highly skilled in handling such cases, and that's what I consider as my greatest achievement so far. 10. What is your biggest strength at workplace? This question helps the hiring manager to learn about the candidate's abilities. The best strategy for responding to this question is to share characteristics and skills that directly align with the job you are applying to. Sample answer: my greatest strength is that I'm a self-motivated, fast learner, and a team player. In addition, I have solid people skills. Whatever task I put myself into, I commit myself to it and I diligently complete it. 11. In 5 years, where do you see yourself? Here, the hiring manager is evaluating your career aspirations. In your answer, demonstrate a high likelihood of growing with the company and also eagerness to progress in your career. Sample answer: to begin with, I want to advance my degree to become a specialist. I also want to acquire professional certification. I also intend to have acquired more skills and knowledge in school nursing. That way, I will be in a position to handle more difficult challenges or handle healthcare management roles, hence being in a position to hold a managerial role in your company. 12. Describe briefly about your experience. Here, the hiring manager asks this question to determine whether your work background relates to the need of the company. As you respond to this question, summarize your job history and match it with the job posting. Sample answer: I have been serving in a similar role for the last 4 years. During this period I have gained a lot of skills in assessing budget proposals and funding requests, performing cost-benefit analyses to determine value, approving and disapproving funding requests, evaluating whether budget proposals comply with regulations, developing budget while collaborating with project managers, defending budget recommendations against management, spearheading a final budgetary agreement with management, monitoring budget spending to make sure it remains within budget, and forecasting other future financial needs. Should you hire me for this role, I will utilize my skills and experience to make a success in this role. 13. Why do you feel you are the most suited for this role? The employer will ask this question to evaluate whether you are well aware of the skills needed for this role. The best strategy for answering this question is to highlight your top best traits, experience, and skills. Sample answer: I have a bachelor's degree in accounting. Besides, I have strong numeric and analytical skills which allow me to process large quantities of information to estimate benefits, costs, and project outcomes. I can clearly articulate difficult ideas and communicate them effectively. Previously, I have served in a similar role for 3 years. During this period I have gained a lot of skills in assessing budget proposals and funding requests, performing cost-benefit analyses to determine value, approving and disapproving funding requests, evaluating whether budget proposals comply with regulations, developing budget while collaborating with project managers, defending budget recommendations against management, spearheading a final budgetary agreement with management, monitoring budget spending to make sure it remains within budget and forecasting other future financial needs. Should you hire me for this role, I will utilize my skills and experience to make a success in this role. 14. What kind of strategies and mindset is required for this role? The interviewer asks this question to know whether a candidate has the right strategy and mindset to make a success in this role. The best strategy of responding to this question: highlight some of the strategies and mindsets you will employ in this role. Sample answer: to be effective in this role, one should be ready to develop the ability to solve complex mathematical problems. Since this job contains disaggregation of data, this will enhance him or her to easily form recommendations for the company to run effectively. One must have a strategy to understand and work with spreadsheets, data functions, and financial analysis programs. He or she must also have a way of presenting technical ideas in writing to enable the audience to understand. 15. What is the biggest challenge that you foresee in this job? This is a common question asked by employers to find out whether you are ready for challenges and if you can handle them in case they happen. In your response, demonstrate that you are well informed about the potential challenges and that you can handle them. Sample answer: the challenge in the future will be catching up with the latest technology development in this field. This can turn off many budget analysts since budgeting requires tracking every penny spent for 3 months. The majority of budgets analyst does this by using receipts to do the tracking. However, it has now become easy through using an automatic system which many are not aware of. I always stay updated with the latest development in this field since I do not want to be left behind. 16. Stress and anxiety are inevitable in the workplace. How do you handle stress and pressures at work? Here, the employer seeks to understand whether you have the ability to handle job-related pressures. In your answer, demonstrate that you can work calmly and professionally even when handling stressful situations at work. Sample answer: stress and pressures are inevitable at work. However, I believe that having an organized schedule can help greatly. I have the ability to prioritize my work to help me remain ahead of my timeline in the process of delivering my projects in time. Whenever I feel stressed up, I love listening to cool music. This helps to calm down and I am able to go on with my work. I love keeping calm because I believe that when I am calm, it is very easy to handle any stressful situation. 17. What is your salary expectation? The employer wants to know if your salary expectation is within their budget or not. While responding to this question, avoid giving specific figures but rather, provide a range of what you expect. Sample answer: the average salary for a public health specialist with my level of experience and skills is between $125,000 and $130,000. I am seeking something similar to this range for this role. 18. Have you ever been terminated from a job? In most cases, the employer asks about terminations to find out what kind of employee you are. Demonstrate that you can be positive regardless of the challenging situations you could be facing. Sample answer: no, I have never been terminated or asked to resign from my job. 19. In case you get hired, when can you take up the new role? The hiring manager asks this question to evaluate your transition from one job to another. In your response, demonstrate how you care about your current employer even when you already have secured another place to work in. Sample answer: in my current role, I am required to give a 1-month notice before leaving. As soon as I fulfill this, I can take up the new role immediately. 20. Do you have any questions? The employer may ask this question to find out if you have anything you would want to know or understand better. This is the time to seek clarification for anything unclear about the company and the role at hand. Sample answer: yes, I would appreciate it if you tell me whom I will be closely working with should I get this job. Conclusion: the questions provided are just examples of what you could be asked in a Zoom interview. However, no matter what question will come up, answer clearly, all taking advantage of the opportunity to sell yourself.